beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of May right through to the end of June 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is the career reading. So let us see what is coming up for your sign. I'm going to get all your cards first before I start your reading. So let us begin. Thank you so much. Wow, straight away we've got something that's popping out there. That is the one who remains, powerful, devotion, true worth. Thank you so much. Now, I'm not surprised by that because that new moon eclipse was in your sign, which is all about how you value yourself, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? What are they meant to see with regards to their career? Can you please show me their career? What are they meant to see? Okay, so we've got the one who remains, the one who calms, and the one who is present. So perhaps there's something going on in your sort of energetic sphere right now where you have to think about something. You're trying to gain answers from within about something to do with your career, but we will, as I said, go deeper. The answers you need are within you. So taking some moments of silence is important. Also, they're really giving me this energy right now of working really hard in silence and accomplishing great goals. You don't need to shout about your experience. You don't need to shout about, I mean, look at that card straight away. We've got the Hierophant there. So that is your card, Taurus. You're in control. You don't need to sort of shout about your talents because it is noticed, okay? Even if you feel like it's not being noticed, it is being noticed. Very strong energy here. This is Libran Taurus energy right there as well. So you're closing off your reading, which shows me that you're coming into your own when it comes to your career. Also, there's some really some good stuff coming. But again, we got that Hermit energy, which is like taking a moment of silence or working in silence, taking a step back to really focus on your goals. You're not wanting any distractions because you're really super focused on something right now. So we will get to the bottom of it, what it is in a moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? I mean, it's no accident here that we've got vision, we've got decisions, and we've got introspection. So all of the cards are giving me the same energy for your career. There's something here you're thinking about, whether you're thinking about setting up another opportunity for yourself, or whether you're thinking about doing 2 jobs for second streams of income, or maybe even more. There's some idea that you're formulating with regards to your career. It's going to be very, very successful, whatever this is. We've also got stability. So that's definitely something you're working towards. For those of you who have not got a job right now or between opportunities, there is one coming on in, okay? We got the Prince of Cups there, which shows that there's an offer on the table for you, and it's what you truly deserve. We got the Justice card right there. Let me see if they can show me anything more about Pentacles before we go. We got 9 of Cups. Whatever you desire, you are going to achieve. So they don't want to talk about finances at the moment because, I mean, we've got the 3 of Wands there, which is all about business. It is all about entrepreneurship, enterprising energy, you know, observing something though before you take action on it. But the 9 of Cups indicates it will turn out exactly the way that you hoped, exactly the way that you wished for. And the Strength card indicates courage to overcome any obstacles. Now the first card here we have is the one who remains. Beautiful deck. I know it says she who remains, but male or female, not a gender specific reading. This is all about the energy for me. That's how I read. Powerful, devotion, true worth. You are really good at what you do. You're very productive, okay? You're very hardworking. You're someone who perseveres and does whatever it is that you need to do that is necessary for your success. But you're holding true to your vision in some area. You're not giving up on something. You know, you're sitting back and you're sort of observing the time period, trying to formulate a plan, maybe even your next move. It's going to be very financially lucrative. The Empress card tells me about abundance. Now that could be material gain, but it's something you've been working really hard on already that is going to come to fruition. It's like harvest time for you. But you're remaining in your true power. You know what you truly deserve and what you truly desire. I mean, some of you may be, with the Princess of Swords there, some of you may be curious about asking for a raise or a promotion or going for an opportunity to negotiate a better deal. You know, that is an energy of, you know, the Princess of Swords is an energy of going, it's like the Knight of Swords, going after a goal or something that you feel inspired to achieve. You are brave and you have courage to gather momentum and fight for what you truly desire in life. So I feel like this is you entering your power. Also, I mean, if you have a look at that beautiful little snow leopard right there. So snow leopards, if you think about it, they thrive under difficult circumstances. So even if it's a harsh environment right now, economically for everybody, which of course the world is changing, it goes through cycles, and we're going through another difficult cycle. I mean, we have been going through a difficult cycle for a while, but you know, I feel like people are going to be buckling up a little bit more financially, but I feel like you will find a way to sort of thrive. And you know, so if you think about a snow leopard, there's something here about, you know, even in cold atmospheres, you know, think about the way that they strategize. It's like a large cat. It does that little wiggle before it takes a leap onto some sort of object of its desire, you know, the prey, whatever it is your laser focus is for your career, and you will achieve it. But there's a strategy. So that's what they're showing me here with this snow leopard plus the Princess of Swords. You're building a strategy. You're curious about something in your career that you're actually aligning yourself with. So whether it is you've been in a job for a long time and you're deciding that you want to go for a promotion, or whether it is you're thinking about going for a new opportunity, whatever your focus is at the moment, they're showing me that you will achieve it and there will be justice, okay? But you're remaining true to who you are, and you're recognizing your power, you're recognizing your worth within your career, and you know that you deserve better in certain areas of your career, in your life, and you're willing to show that empowerment to go and get it, okay? So that's what that shows me, that actually you're in a really powerful position in your career right now, even if you feel like you're not. We've also got your card, the Taurus card there of the Hierophant, which is all about your dedication. Your hard work is going to take you to where you want to go. Your perseverance, your stamina, that is when you're in that flow. And your hard work, I feel like your efforts will actually sort of give you the rewards that you've been seeking. Now also, this is a card of education. So I feel like you are building knowledge. Some of you may have put yourself or feel called to put yourselves on courses to learn more skills. Not because you don't have skills. I feel it's more to sort of like enhance your journey, like get a certificate or, you know, build upon your knowledge or skill set, just to add strings to your bow so that you're prepared. Because I feel this energy of preparation for you. Now, because of who you are, you're an earth element. You may be someone who is strategizing for, it's almost like you always prepare for the what ifs. So you may be doing that in your career right now. What if I went for a promotion? What if I lost my job? What if I decided to set up a second stream of income? What if I, you know, went for a position that was in a different sector in my workspace? You know, so I feel like you're what ifing a lot about something at the moment, if in your career, because you're looking forward, you're looking to expand, or you're looking to elevate in some way. And the Hierophant tells me that you're dedicated and you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that sometimes you doubt, or sometimes you feel that you're always, so you may even consider yourself like the student of life, and that is wonderful, but sometimes you always feel like you're learning, but you don't give yourself credit for all the knowledge that you already have. Number one, you came to this lifetime with a lot of knowledge. You're very intelligent. You know, the Princess of Swords there tells me that you're very, very intelligent. That, you know, Also, I feel like you have a desire to broaden your perspective in some area of your career, and maybe you're doing something differently this time. Maybe you're releasing an old way of working in order to work smarter, not harder. So I feel like you're adopting or adapting a new way of thinking, and you're recognizing that you bring a lot to the table when it comes to your career. And now you're starting to look at, okay, I'm actually really good at what I do in comparison to other people that are in the same sector and maybe on the same wage packet as me, or even higher. If I have all these attributes and all these this talent, why am I not getting more? So I feel like you're looking at certain areas in your life like you're bossing up, okay, is what I really feel there. Also, some of you may be doing some spiritual practices, in order to manage day-to-day stresses or day-to-day routines. You're trying to fit some sort of like meditation or some sort of manifestation technique into your week so that you can really align yourself with your goals and your dreams. Now we've got wonderful, the Three of Wands. It's all about being a visionary, okay? Looking to the future with hope, enterprising. That's the sort of spirit that you have. Now, I feel like you're paying attention. That's what I get in your reading, this energy of paying attention to what is to come, both in terms of economic sort of cycles, but also in terms of your career. You're looking ahead. It's almost like you're anticipating your next move. You've been patiently waiting to put yourself in a position to elevate, to staircase, not just your finances, but your worth in terms of your career, stepping up into maybe a new position where you get a different title, that sort of thing. I really feel like there's this preparation, okay? This is a card of business and having patience in business in order to expand. So I feel like you're really looking at, cycles or traits, or, when it is time for the next move. Also with this card, there's an air of confidence, okay? You're building confidence in what you do. And I feel like you're on track to get what you expect. That's what I really feel. You're on track to get what you expect, because the more that you put in, the more that you get out. So I feel like you're on target, really. When you get a Three of Wands, this is on target. But you may be looking at what other opportunities are out there. So right now you may be like on the sly, because we've got sort of a very silent pile here. On the sly, you may be looking for more lucrative opportunities for you when it comes to your career. But the Three of Wands is all about expansion of opportunities. It is about you being on the right path towards success and achieving what you set out to do. You're aligning yourself with your heart's desire, and I feel like you are right on track. The Princess of Swords, as I said, is the equivalent of the Knight of Swords. So this is about being very goal oriented. Knights tend to be run by goals, or sort of tempted by goals and opportunities. So I do feel like this is about you being brave, gathering momentum, seeing that, you're having the courage to go after what you truly desire. Also, I feel like you're getting clear on what you want. Swords are all about clarity, but they're also about communication. So I feel like you're negotiating a better deal. Maybe with the universe, you're negotiating a better deal, saying, you know what, I put all this hard work, effort into this. I deserve more. I deserve better. I'm not being greedy, but I know what I bring to the table. And dear universe, I would be so grateful if you could bestow, a reciprocity in my world where I get what I've been working towards. So I feel like you're negotiating your way, but also you're hitting a target, because the Knight of Swords energy, or the Princess of Swords, is a hitting a target energy. So I feel like there's lifestyle changes here for you as well. You may be thinking about maybe even moving sectors or moving careers. I just feel a beautiful elevation going on in your career with the Knight of Swords, paired with these cards as well. Also, in terms of your money, you're very savvy. You're switched on. They just give me the words, you're switched on when it comes to your finances. You're very, as I said, money savvy. You're very clever at understanding your financial path and being resourceful with what you've got. So they're just showing me you activate restraint sometimes when it comes to your finances, but also you are very savvy on how to capitalize on that as well, on savings and things like that. So with that Knight of Swords, you may be looking to the future. Maybe even some of you are going to reach out to like a financial advisor on things like pensions, or maybe your workspace is going to organize like a pension meeting or something like that, because I feel like you're looking forward, you've got that visionary, that far-sightedness energy about you. We've also got the One who calms, okay? Stillness, quiet. It says there, stillness, purity, quiet. I mean, it's no accident that it's clarified by the Hermit energy, which is to pause, to take a step back, to withdraw briefly. So there's something here that you're thinking about, and the answer will come to you in silence. So the Hierophant, you sort of trying to make space, some time to sit with Source, meditate and things like that on your next move in your career, really important, okay? Also, they're just giving this energy of pace. So it's not that you're slowing down on something. I feel like you're sort of like taking it easy so that you don't go too fast, because the Knight of Swords there is like sometimes someone who rushes on in with a great idea and sort of is brave enough to go after it, but there's this other element of yourself which is like, slow down, make sure you're making the right decisions here. As you can see, in stillness, and she's in stillness, the owl comes towards her. Owl is all about wisdom. The answers will come to you in stillness, because we've built a lifestyle, humans in general have built a lifestyle that is so loud, it's so fast, it's so, I mean, it's so incredible, everything that humans have managed to achieve, but it does dull our instincts, our intuition, and sometimes our intuition and our inner guidance has to fight or shout above the noise to be heard. So take that silence, it's really important, okay? But whatever it is you're wrestling with, you will find the answers. With the Hermit energy, you know, some of you may be thinking about wanting to work from home, for example, or set up on your own, because the Hermit is a solitary energy. So some of you may be trying to work as an entrepreneur, set up your own business so that you can either work from home or, you know, be an entrepreneur and not be beholden to anybody, because that Hermit energy shows me how much wisdom you have. Even if you work within a certain sector, you're in an office, because the Three of Wands can also be about teamwork. Even if you work with others, you're someone who has the power to work diligently by yourself. And a lot of people, now don't shoot the messenger when I say this, a lot of people get a little bit nervous about your talents, my beautiful Taurus, because you're capable of doing three people's jobs. So you're capable of actually running things by yourself. You're capable of being a boss, or being, if you're not already, you're capable of, it's almost like you're capable of wiping out competition. And a lot of people, sometimes they sort of take a step back from you, or they don't know how to interact with you because you're so good at what you do. And it's not that, you may find sometimes you're not really in the cliques at work. That's what's coming through there, and that's fine. You may be like a solitary energy. Sometimes that's because people see you as a threat. They've just given me the word triple threat. So perhaps you've got actually skills that they don't have, and they see you as someone who could threaten their position, okay? Or it may be that right now your workspace is sort of cracking down on certain sectors and looking at what people do, and you do a lot. So I feel like there may be this energy where you feel a little bit alienated at work sometimes. You know, that can be a negative energy on your psyche, of course, but your guys want you to understand and be aware of the reasons behind it, so it doesn't seem so solitary, because it's more easy to understand that some people, if they feel like you're a threat, they take a step back. And that's nothing to do with you. That's to do with them. That's their fear, okay? You may not be wanting to go for their position, or you're not trying to highlight the fact that you do more above everybody else, but there's just this energy of some people withdrawing from you. So they want you to be aware. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with them, okay? Now, the Hermit is also telling me how much wisdom you have, how much knowledge. There's so much knowledge you have that will take you to the abundant, sweet spot reward that you're working hard towards. Also, the Hermit energy, as I said, is like a step back, okay, a pause, temporarily retreating in order to look within. So I feel like you're regrouping your energy. You may have felt really exhausted, overloaded recently. You've been doing a lot, spinning many plates. Make some time for you. It's very important. It's also the time when we're not so overloaded, where we can see things clearer, okay? They're showing me that you endure a lot when it comes to your career. You're very determined to succeed, and that's one of your absolute strengths, okay? They're indicating question everything, of course, but they're showing me another animal, your instincts, okay? The bear is someone, is an animal rather, that thrives under difficult circumstances, and that's who you are. That's one of your key strengths. I know it doesn't make it any easier, my beautiful Taurians. You're like, why do I always have to fight all the time to get to where I want to go? Unfortunately, you know, difficult times actually build character, make us stronger, and in the future you will see why you had to go through that, but it's going to be very rewarding on the other side, especially since you're getting a 9 of Cups, okay? There's an idea here with that star energy. There's an idea or a clarity, something that you're hopeful to achieve here. You will achieve it because of your intense focus is what they're giving me here as well. Now we also have 2 of Swords, decisions. Okay, so again, they're giving me this step back energy to make a decision on something. This could be like an inner discussion, or you're trying to find balance or mediate a sweet spot within your career. You may even feel like you have to compromise in some area of your work where you have to, for example, if there's someone here who's trying to alienate you at work, you may have to find a compromise within yourself, like let bygones be bygones and just forget about that person and take a step back so that you lead with the higher moral ground, okay? And you lead with integrity. But when you get a 2 of Swords, this really tends to tell me that something's at a stalemate, or you feel like maybe you've lost your passion for something, or you are trying to negotiate the next sort of step on your journey in terms of your career, but remain in a peaceful and powerful state of mind. The perfect answer is within. So they just want you to take a pause when you get this, okay? Now this, in terms of bills, this can also be to don't bury your head in the sand when it comes to bills. Be really clear about things, because they'll only sort of weigh up, and you know, it's like focus on the most important one first and get that out of the way, and then take it from there, okay? We've also got a 4 of Discs, which is all about stability. So financially, being very stable, building solid foundations. You know, this is about your efforts, paying into, you know, your savings account, for example. You're thinking about the long-term security, longevity of your money working for you. Also, this is a card of being very resourceful, you know. You're exactly where you're meant to be when it comes to your finances, and you're going to build from there. Abundance will always be available to you is what they're showing me. Now this can also be a card of hanging on to money, and you know, sometimes the 4 of Pentacles is like the miser of the deck, holding on to money, and you're working really hard, but you so don't let your primary focus in life in general be just all about money and just saving, because it makes for a dull spirit, as it were. You need to be able to enjoy yourself as well. Of course, don't overspend or things like that, but they're just showing me that if you've been someone who's working really hard and, you know, in that routine, in that sort of repetitive cycle, and you're just like getting paid, saving money, doing the same thing, you may start to feel a little bit like antsy or a little bit frustrated because there's no outlook or outlet for fun. So they just want you to be aware of that. I mean, we can all get into that repetitive cycle where we get a little bit in a humdrum spirit, and we start to think, well, what is it we're working for? When do I get to enjoy myself? When does it start to get fun? Okay, so just be mindful of that. You're going to be, your focus is intense with your career right now, which is wonderful. It's exactly where you're meant to be, but there is more fun times coming in the future. Now, the one who is present. And it says here, now awareness, acceptance. So this is, I mean, you know what, I get this, the word acceptance, I literally saw someone receiving an award. So maybe either you're going to get some sort of, because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading, maybe either you're going to gain some sort of recognition in your career, or actually get some sort of reward. It doesn't have to be like a big old trophy. I mean, it could be you know, an acknowledgement that you're doing a really good job, or being recognized for your skills and being sort of made employee of the month or something like that. There's some sort of recognition available to you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And I feel like you're going to be very aware of your strengths and your weaknesses, and I feel like you're going to capitalize on your strengths in your career, and it will build to success. Now you can't see this, but this card literally is moving for me, and there's lots of gold coming from the hair. Okay, lots of gold, like specks of dust coming from the hair. So I feel like things are going to get golden for you, are going to be very prosperous for you. But I feel like you've weathered a storm, or it's been a difficult journey to get to where you're going. And they're showing me this energy that even when things get difficult, your position is secure and safe, is what they're showing me, as in the way that you've built your finances, the way that you've built your career. Now we've got the Empress there, which is all about abundance. So a lot of opportunity coming towards you, but you've worked damn hard for this, okay? This is a card of prosperity in its purest form. Everything you've planted seeds on that you're growing, nurturing to term will be fruitful. There will be a time of harvest. This is about joy, building a life of comfort, but this is also a card of knowing your boundaries and having healthy boundaries. People do not take advantage of your skills or your work ethic, because Taurus, you're so good at what you do, and you really, you launch yourself in 100%. So sometimes people take advantage of that because they know that you'll do it. They know that you do a great job. As I said, sometimes you're the sort of person who does a job of 3 people, and then you've got someone who's on the same pay packet sitting next to you doing the job of half a person. So, just be a little bit more savvy about the way that you are. I feel like you are becoming aware of how savvy you are and how good at what you do. Also, you can see the Empress, she's pointing at herself, so putting your own needs first. Now, the Emperor and the Empress are very strong, powerful position cards. So I feel like if you work for yourself, it's going to be a very, very fruitful time. If you're trying to step into a leadership position or boss up in some area of your life, I feel like you're in a really great position to do that, and you're making some shrewd decisions. You're getting organized, and I feel like you are creating healthier working environments for yourself as well. So by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, I feel like you're making some time to play, making some time for you, even downtime to take some inner time for you as well. So also this card is a card of you brimming with potential and possibility. So the world is like your oyster. So I feel also you're going to be very, very productive, and not in a way where you're like bogged down. You're going to really enjoy what you do, and it brings prosperity. Also, we've got the Prince of Cups. So an offer here, some of you may be receiving or hearing about an offer that is available that you're going to grab with both hands, because the Prince of Cups is the equivalent of the Page of Cups, which they bring news. So there's going to be some news of an opportunity or something that you're like, yes, this is the moment. This is the moment where I level up, or I go for a new job, or I take a promotion, or there's a raise offered to me in some way, and you take it with both hands. Now underneath there it says introspection. So I really feel like you're reflecting on all that you give and all that you offer to your career and what you get back, and you're wondering, is it reflected in a very fair way, because it's covered there by the Justice card. So I feel like you're looking at your output and your input when it comes to your work ethic and how you're recompensed financially for it, or is it rewarding with your soul? Does it vibe with your heart? So some of you may be asking bigger questions. Now, as you can see, this figure is naked, so it can mean that sometimes you feel like you're in a vulnerable position because of what you have to offer to do with a career and things like that, but actually you're in a really strong position. You've got a lot of knowledge. It's just sometimes you doubt your wonderful self, okay? With the Hermit in this position also, they want you to be aware that sometimes, coming out of your comfort zone and enjoying yourself is important, okay? Your focus is intense on your career, but sometimes you need to revitalize your spirits. I'm just seeing if I get anything more from this particular card. Now this is a card of following your heart, following your bliss, and that money will flow from there. So I feel like your heart has to be invested in your career, otherwise there's no point. We can work really hard for another person, really hate our job, and it chips away at our soul. Now of course we all need a job to pay the bills. That's so important, and we all take jobs that we don't particularly, we don't see ourselves in it for like 10, 20 years, but we take that job in order to pay the bills or feed our family and all of those things. But there may be a secondary stream of income, because that Two of Swords keeps popping out at me. So there may be an idea that you have for a second stream of income that really vibes with your heart, that you are starting to open up and take that leap of faith and activate. You may feel like you're in a vulnerable position because either it's a creative opportunity, because we've got the Empress there, and when it comes to creativity, like our artwork or our music, or if you're a performer, you may feel a little bit like exposed because that Prince of Cups is naked. So you may feel like by selling your art online, you feel exposed because people will be judging your artwork and seeing whether they want to buy it or not. Your guides are saying, go for it. You're actually awesome at what you do. You're very creative, you're very talented, and that, you will become aware of your power as you take that leap of faith. So just be aware of that. So if you're someone who's very creative and, you've been hiding all your creativity, but not sort of, you're not the sort of person to shout about your work. So if you have to get it online in order to market it, or at least make it available to other people, or your skills, doesn't have to be art, it can be your skills. If you're a counselor, for example, you're a very good listener. They're showing me here that you're such a very good listener that, people will come to you for really good advice. So if it's an area of life where you actually give advice to other people, or you're very creative, they're indicating all you have to do is just put yourself out there, and then the abundance will actually come to you. You don't need to do anything more than that. Now we've got the Justice card, which means you will get what you deserve, which means the amount of effort that you've been putting in, you will receive the reward that is balanced or reciprocal to that effort. Okay, this is like cause and effect energy, but it's a Justice card, which means you're going to get justice. There's good karma coming your way. Just lead with integrity. I feel like there's a new opportunity on the horizon for you that will be offered to you, or and you'll grab it with both hands, and there'll be contracts. Okay, so I feel like it's something you've wished for, a manifestation of a new opportunity, whether it's in a new creative sector different than what you do, or whether it is in the same sector but it is an elevation, more money. I feel like it's an opportunity that is a dream come true, especially since we got a 9 of Cups there, which is a wish fulfillment. I mean, it says fulfillment at the bottom there. That is like all your dreams come true. So whatever it is an achievement of desire. You're coming full circle, and you can be proud of yourself in your career. Also, the Strength card. So this is literally, you will be fulfilled, and you should be proud of your efforts. You should be proud of what you're achieving. The Strength card is all about having that courage to go after what you truly deserve and desire. And if there's been any obstacles that you've been facing, you will overcome these. Okay, so this is about finding balance to know that what you truly deserve, you will achieve, and what you want wants you. Okay, so finally, I'm just going to get some cards here to if there's any final messages with regards to your career. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We've got Beauty. I mean, with the Empress card, that does connect. You're a very attractive proposition when it comes to any business opportunity. It doesn't have to be about aesthetics, but some of you may actually work within the beauty industry, or it's somehow connected to your authentic sort of self, as it were. You being your wonderful authentic self helps you elevate in some way. Thank you so much. Ooh, just go get that card. Okay, so we've got Beauty. And it says here, embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see who you really are. So that's what I was saying about, getting your work out there. Or, you're not the sort of person who shouts about your work. You let it speak for yourself. You let your success speak for itself. But there may be some area of your life where you have to put yourself out there a little bit in the next 4 to 5 weeks. And it says, consider careers doing hair, jewelry, clothing, or any job that enhances others' beauty. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. So that's about having confidence in your own unique way of doing things. It doesn't have to be about beauty per se. It can be the way you approach things, and sort of having confidence that, your unique way of doing things, or expressing yourself, or negotiating better deals is how you will thrive. You can't be someone else. Being you and only you, that is your superpower. Always remember that. We've also got angelic help. So help is at hand from your guides. It says here, this is a time to trust in the universe and know that you will be provided for. There is a career or blessing lining up for you, so stay positive and believe. Pay attention to the signs that your angels are sending you during this time, okay? Now they're actually showing me oh gosh, what is that? They're showing me, I think it's like a walnut, not the nut inside, but the hard nut on the outside, the outer casing, a walnut. Where you have to crack those walnuts to get inside, the outer casing. So it can mean that it's taken a while for you to crack something wide open in your career, but the reward is just inside, and it's really good for you, and it's really stable, and it's very healthy for you, a healthier way of working perhaps. Or it can mean, it can literally be a sign. It can mean that you find a walnut that is uncracked on your path somewhere. So look out for that as a sign, because they're just showing me that, okay? We've also got Designer. And it says, you're being called to tune into your own individuality and express yourself. So that's exactly that, Knight of Swords. Negotiating better deals or expressing yourself in your own unique way gets you to where you want to go. So that's 2 cards now that have suggested, be yourself. That is your superpower. That is how you will survive, thrive, and succeed and elevate. It says a career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could just be for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. So whether it's you setting up your own business and getting creative, it's a different deck and it's all coming out the same. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4 decks and all the message is kind of the same. So that's really, really exciting for you. I'm going to give you a card. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to give a final card as a personal power oracle deck. But let's see what comes out there. They just want one. There we go. I am confident. Okay, that's something to remember as you move through the next 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, it's important to remember this all the time. Just a little pep talk, even if you look in the mirror. I know it sounds naff, but if you look in the mirror, you're like, I am confident. You know, I can't imagine anyone sort of really doing that, but I feel like it's all about your inner world coming outwards and having that confidence. So if you give yourself a little pep talk and be like, you know what? What's the point in not being confident? It just wastes time. Meh. You know, so you may as well be confident as not. I mean, you know, life is life. No matter what happens, it's going to happen. So you may as well be confident and just be the wonderful you and see what the world has to offer and how the world approaches a new confident you. So, also, it's number 45. So when you reduce it, 4 plus 5 is the hermit energy. So that's all about your wisdom, your knowledge, maybe even, you know, working by yourself on something because that's solitary energy. But the answer you seek is within you. Reflect on your inner knowing and your inner worth, and you know, all else will change from there. As you can see, she's pulling down her shades there. She looks awesome. She's pulling down her shades. The sun is behind her. You know, the universe has got her back. It's a good day. So I feel like there's a lot of prosperity headed your way, and they really want. It's interesting. I should have mentioned it right at the beginning of your reading, but I didn't. It showed up in a meditation. I always do a little meditation before all of the readings, each individual one, to see what comes up, and you know. The world actually kept coming up in your reading, just the globe, the world. I kept seeing this, and I didn't know how it pertained to your reading. And I thought, you know, I never really mention anything that comes up in the meditations because if it comes up in your reading, then I know it's for you, because in the meditation, it could also in some way be for me. So I wait for it to come up a second time, but it hasn't, okay, in the water. I just want you to be aware. But what has happened is all at the back there is a map of the world. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally the longitude, the latitude, and all the map of the world behind. So it connects to the image that I was getting in the meditation beforehand. I feel like the world is your oyster, and I know that's such a cliche, but I really feel like that's something that can enhance you. You know, you can do anything, you can be anybody. You know, of course there's going to be obstacles along the way, because the people who are in absolute power don't absolutely want everybody to rise. But you know, you will work hard to where you want to get to, and you will achieve it. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some runes before we get there. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your first rune, beautiful rune there. Now this is about being human, the self. Put your own needs first. Okay, this is about you making sure that you have some downtime for you, because you've been working really hard. So important. Remember, you're a human being, not always a human doing. Okay, they just said that. You're a human being, not always a human doing. Take some time out for you, whether it's rest or a bit of fun. Very important. The next one we have is, okay, so the next one here we have is partnerships. Okay, this is also about gift and fortune. So this rune literally means gift. So there's an opportunity headed your way that is very, very fortunate. You may partner up with that. There may be a union, a contractual union with that, and it's something that you love doing. Now, whether it is you setting up your own business and you have to get all the contracts and everything like that, they want me to put this on, oh, that's really interesting. I just put this naturally here. They didn't give me a space to put it, but they want me to put this particularly on the Page of Cups. Okay, so there's definitely an opportunity that you're going to love that is headed your way, and you will grab it with both hands, and it will be something involving a contract. And finally, we've got this one here, which is hero. Okay, this is the hero rune. This is all about potential. It's about something reaching a conclusion, but it's also about the consequences, which is if you put a lot of hard work in, the consequence will be you get, you know, a lot of reward out, and maybe you've not been receiving that in your world. This is you freeing yourself up, recognizing your potential, and that hero element is you going after something you truly deserve and desire and achieving it. Okay, they want this on the 9 of Cups. I'm loving that. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be given the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down that you feel you want to let go from your life. Things that have been hindering your path, whether it's low self-esteem, low confidence, whether it's a relationship, whatever it is, 5 things, put it on a piece of paper and find a creative way to release it. So whether you go outside and, do a safe but spiritual burning to release it, a fire ritual or something like that, or whether you rip it up into tiny pieces and just put it in the trash. It's up to you. Find a creative way that resonates with you to release it, and your shoulders will feel lighter, and suddenly there will be clarity. Okay, so in the comments box below, just put the sentence, "I've let it go, now I'm in the flow." And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. Love and light.